Last weekend at PBA All Star Weekend, I had the opportunity to chat it up with one of the biggest stars on the PBA Tour. It's funny because since that interview was conducted, Tim Foy Jr. not only made it to 5 shows this season, but has since made it to a 6th, the Players Championship. Not a bad run, huh? Let's watch him ride the wave. Hey everyone, back at Sussex Bowl, Sussex, Wisconsin for the PBA All Star Weekend, here with one of the big stars of this year's PBA Tour, Tim Foy Jr. Tim, thanks for the time.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me.
What is it like to have this breakout season? You know, we're all going to call it a breakout season because we see you on TV darn near every week.
Making 5 shows so far this year has been really fun. I mean, it's definitely a breakout year. Nobody was expecting the year for me to have this year, and I mean, my goal was to make 1 show. I did that pretty quickly, and pinched me. I got 5, including a major this year. So I'm riding the wave. That's all I'm trying to do.
Is there a way to pinpoint the difference, maybe how you came into this season or how you come into each tournament, that's kind of turned the tide and made you a regular contender for these tournaments?
I think the confidence level was kind of it. I had a pretty good year last year. I won 4 out of 8 regionals that I bowled. I won an Eagle last year. I made a show last year. Trials, I bowled very well at trials. At no point was there ever a point where I was at risk of not getting an exemption. So I think it's just the confidence that I had from last year to build. And then, I had a couple weak moments at the start of the year. I threw the back 10 at the US Open to get a check. Just turned out to be the last check. And the confidence just rose from there. I was able to gut out a check when I wasn't bowling well at a major. And then the tide just turned. I ended up making 3 straight shows right after that, and I've made 2 more since that little string at the World Series. So it's just riding the wave at this point.
A big part of PBA All-Star Weekend is the string pins. We're going to Foxview, certified strings. Have you bowled on certified strings prior to this weekend?
Nah, the practice session we had earlier today was my first time with the strings. So it was definitely, I actually enjoyed it. I'm not against string pins at all. They're different, but let's be honest. Every sport has some kind of evolving through it, and if string pins is part of our evolving, it is what it is. I'm all for it.
Yeah. What did you find the difference was between string pins and free fall? I bowled on them in July, and I found that you really had to be flush in the pocket or really light. Half pocket hits just did not do it.
Yeah, those half pocket hits. You flat 10 a lot more. I'm fine with that. Your ball has to go through the pins like the proper way, basically. So honestly, I think the ones who bowl the best of the week on the free fall or string pins, they're going to be the same guys every week that are just bowling the best. EJ's not going to strike any less, and he's not going to strike any more because of the strings. I think if we bowl the whole season on strings, EJ still wins 4 times. Andrew still wins what he won this year. I think the guys who have won this year, I think they still are the ones who win. They're the ones who bowl the best. So I don't think at this level, the street pins is going to make as big of a difference for who you see on shows if we had a whole season on string pins, I feel like.
Yeah. Another part of this All-Star Weekend that really catches the eye is the one-hander versus two-hander match. You're a two-hander. How long have you been a two-hander? And does this kind of start to bring some credibility to two-handed bowling or put a spotlight on it that is needed for two-handers such as yourself?
I've been bowling 2 hands my whole life. It's how I started. I started at 5 as two-hander and stuff like that. So I've never been any different. I don't know if it solidifies it or anything like that. I think everyone's already known what two-handed is. I think two-handed's been solidified for a very long time. So I just think this is just another spotlight on it, though.
Yeah. How about moving forward? 2 majors right after this. That's a lot to ask of any bowler, even the best in the world, and you're in that conversation for sure. How do you prepare, and what do you think about as you get into these 2 majors?
I go in, I'll prepare for these 2 events like I've done any other event this year. I'll just kind of have a clear, open mind and kind of just go through my process as I go through in a tournament. Whether it's a major or a regular event, I just go through the same process.
Yeah. how about moving forward as far as touring as much as you do? Obviously, you have that exempt status, which helps the want to be out there. But do you see yourself doing this full time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or more years?
I mean, it'll depend on the work life, and it'll depend on what the tour looks like, if there's an exempt tour, if there's not an exempt tour, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of that will just depend on what the future holds. So that whatever the future holds, it'll depend on the decision I make of whether I bowl full time or not, and it depends on work. I only got a few more years left until I can retire, so the work life is very important.
Sure. Well, I'll speak for Mr. Vi here.
Two-hander.
And say that it's really been a pleasure to see you, succeeding in this way.
It.
And keep it going, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Keep it going. Tim Foy Jr.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for watching Bowling with the Fef. Pound the like button and subscribe button. It's the easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. Bowling with the Fef is brought to you by Chip Magnet. Raise your snack standards.
Jerry's Score More Bowling Supply inside Wagner's Lane. So Eau Claire, Wisconsin area's leader in bowling products and services since 1988. And Visionary Video Hub. Video with impact.
Email bowlingwiththefef@yahoo.com with questions or to appear on the show. You can also reach out on your favorite social media platform.